So there are Muslim couples who are young and have been together for years and say they will marry one day. They're just waiting to get a little bit older. What is to be said to them? Wallahi, this is something that I see a lot. I see this a lot. We're just going to get married, so it's okay. Da 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 da. Especially if this is a sister writing this. Sisters, I ask you to be cautious. These brothers, oh, they think that they're gonna marry you, right? And then they bring it up to their mother. What? Her? No way. And what happens? These brothers have no guts. They have no honor. Okay, mama, no problem. 10 years with that sister, you led her up to that. You brought her to that horrible sin, and now you drop her like nothing. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. Sisters think they're going to get married to this brother. Okay, we'll see about that. What I can say to you, sisters, don't fall for that trap. And brothers, have fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're the leader. You're the one who's going to be leading this person on, and vice versa. Don't fool yourselves. If you want to marry that person, inshallah, cut the relationship off. And you'll see whether or not it's worth it for you. If you really had taqwa of Allah, if you really had fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, consciousness of Allah, you would not be in that relationship in the first place. So whatever starts evil is not going to end right. So if you really care about each other, okay, cut it off. Go back to your studies. Go make something of yourself. Go make something of yourself. And then inshallah, when you're ready for marriage, give your parents a call. Don't lead each other on. So that's my advice to you. Look at my face, I'm upset, I'm disgusted, because I see it a lot. What would you advise a brother already dating a girl? What I just said. Seriously, if you care about that person, if you claim to care about that person and vice versa, you would save them from this evil act. You will save them from that, and you would do things properly. If you feel like you want to get married, my dear brothers and sisters, I didn't have time to talk about it in my session, but if you want to get married, if you feel that pressure, you want to get married, you're 17 years old. Okay, maybe your parents are not ready for you to get married right now. Maybe you're not ready for yourself to get married. Sister, the same thing. You know what? Prepare yourself for marriage. Prepare yourself for marriage. You know, start working on your degree. Start working on making yourself independent from just your mom's and your dad's paycheck all the time. How can you like want to do all these things and not understand that you're being supported by your parents? So make yourself independent. Make yourself financially and intellectually mature. Make yourself ready for marriage. Spiritually ready for marriage. I'm almost sure that you're not ready yet. So make yourself ready for marriage, inshallah. Tell each other, listen, we're going to cut this off. If this is real, if this is destined by Allah, it will work out. So let's work on ourselves. Cut off your relationship with that person altogether, and inshallah, prepare yourself. And when the time comes, that person's not going anywhere. If you guys really care about each other, they're not going to go somewhere else. Unless, of course, their parents are forcing them. Then in that case, you got to get an imam. But that person's not going anywhere. So have sabr, have patience. Prepare yourself for marriage. A lot of these young brothers, they want to get married. They think it's the solution to all their problems. But you know what? When you get married, you're still going to be tested. When you get married, you're still going to have to lower your gaze. You're still going to have to not have khalwa with other women. Same thing with sisters. There's so many examples of people who commit zina while they're married. So subhanAllah, don't think that you're safe. It makes it easier for you. You still have to have proper taqwa and discipline. But at the same time, you need to, inshallah, prepare yourself for marriage. And that's why we have such a high divorce rate. People think they're ready for marriage, but they're not. Marriage is about, when you come, the first thing we talk about is, here you go, my dear wife, right? She's like, what's this? He's like, this is a book. Man's Rights in Islam. Right? This is my gift to you. You know what the book should be? You should be reading women's rights in Islam. And she should do it on her own, reading men's rights in Islam. You should think about you're giving yourself to this relationship. Now what you can take from it. Again, as Brother Firaz mentioned, we're very selfish. We're very selfish, and that's why we have these relationships. No, the dynamic needs to change. We need to start being men, my dear brothers. And sisters need to start being women. The woman who's going to raise a child with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah.